So good afternoon, champions. So I hope you had a great weekend. So welcome to a new week. Hopefully, we are going to analyze the market and see what the markets have prepared for us for the whole of this week. So today I'll be analyzing Euro USD, AUD USD, GBP USD together with NAS 100, and hopefully we are going to get some patterns that are going to enable us to maneuver throughout the week. So I will start off from the weekly time frame. Now, from the weekly time frame, we are still in a point of consolidation. I may say that it is a point of consolidation because we have been seated in this position for so long. So last week I was talking about the double triangle theory that was completed by this pair. So you can clearly see that is the double triangle theory that was completed by the pair. So currently, if I may zoom in still on my weekly time frame, you can clearly see that the markets have already touched this area. So you can see that the markets have already touched this area. So currently, we are expecting that the markets will move up. That's why you can see that I've placed in a long position, and you can see that the long position. You can see my take profit, where my take profit is, because this it has proven to be a very strong point of resistance. If I may show you, so the whole of this area is a very strong point of resistance. That's why you can see that my take profit is at that position, because mainly because it is just a very strong point of resistance. So I'm expecting that the markets are placed in a buy stop. Last week I explained what a buy stop is. So a buy stop simply means that when the markets move from where they are, that is at this position, when they get to these areas, automatically I'm going to get into that trade with a buy trade, where my take profit will be at this position and my stop loss is going to be at this position. So in the that is the plan that I have from the weekly time frame. So let us move on to the daily time frame, so that you can have maybe so that you can be able to see other patterns that have been created. So you can see that the markets have been respecting this trend line here. So you can see that the markets have been respecting this trend line, but then you can see that at this point we had a breakout to the downside. In this area we had a breakout to the downside, which it was kind of a retest to this point of support here. But currently we are experiencing kind of a correction that the market are trying to make, as they are trying to move back to where they were, that is to move between or inside this trend line, where after moving to this point here, so in this point of resistance, the market may tend to move and have a retest to this trend line here, just to assure us that it is still respecting this trend line. Then later on we are going to experience a breakout to the upside. Now, from the daily time frame, you can see that I'm placing a buy position. This is a buy position where I still have got a buy stop, where when the markets move to this position or these areas here in this point of resistance, if they move back to kind of have a retest to this trend line and then move up and create a breakout to the upside, then when the market reach at this position, automatically I will get into that trade with a buy position, in which I'm expecting that the markets are going to move to these highs. I've already explained that in the weekly time frame, and this is where I have got my take profit. So let us move on to the hourly time frame, so that you can clearly see how the markets have been creating patterns as they are trying to move as they are trying to create that correction and move to the trend line above it. So you can see this is the kind of pattern that is being created. So you can see that clearly we have got a downward trend here, and this downward trend have been also been characterized by upward trend. That is the move that is being made to the sides. So you can clearly see that generally the markets are having this kind of move. So this is a downward trend. So but then inside this downward trend, the general downward trend, you can see that you have got some upward trend that the market are still making as they are moving towards the side. And then you can see that whenever the markets create several touches to this trend line here, they move up to touch the trend line above it. And currently you can see that the markets they have made several touches to this trend line. That's why I'm expecting that the markets are going to move higher to these levels here before creating a breakout further to the upside to this point of resistance. It may move back to this level simply because that is how markets usually move. So it may move to this level to create a kind of a retest to this point of support before then moving to the upside and creating a breakout to the upside. So currently you can see that the markets are currently on an upward trend in which is characterized by also small moves to the downside. So you can see that after touching this trend line here, both of this trend, that is this first trend line and also this other trend line that is here, you can see that the market moved to the upside to the trend line that is in the middle, and then it moved back to this trend line here where we had attached the to this trend line that is here. Then we had a clear move, a breakout to the upside to this point. So you can see that this is a very strong point of resistance, and that's why we can see that the markets are currently moving the downside to this point of support here. So you can see first the markets made a breakout, then they were stopped by this point of resistance in this area. So they have to move back to these areas here where they can also make a touch to this trend line that is below here before moving up to the up or moving to the upside and further making a breakout to the upside. So in the hourly time frame, so let me clear this first. Now from the hourly time frame, if I were to place a position or take a trade, I will simply I will simply place a long position, but this time round this will not be a buy limit but rather a buy stop, where I'm going to first of all wait for the markets to move to the downside. So let me explain what's the difference between a buy limit and a buy stop. So if I were to place a buy limit in this position, it will simply mean that when the market reach at this position, automatically I'm going to get into this trade with a buy trade. That is, if it moves from where it is to this position, that is what a buy limit will do. But then a buy stop, if I place a buy stop, this will simply mean that the market has to first of all make a breakout the downside. And then, well, they will be moving to the upside. That is when that I'm going to get into this trade. So I hope I was clear on that. So if I were to place a position in these areas, I will simply put in that position that is to that point, and then I will reduce my stop loss to at least a risk. So in this trade, I will be risking a total of 100 pips for a total gain of uh, averagely 500 pips. So that of which that is a very good risk. So you can see that the risk to reward ratio. So you can see from this ratio, this is 4 to approximately 60, which is good for any trade that you can take. So depending on the size of your account, you can decide on the lot size part. So, but that is it for Euro USD. So if I move to the hourly time frame, you'll clearly see what the markets are trying to do. So you can see that the markets are moving to the downside, mainly. I tend to feel that this is the target, that even though the markets may move to these positions here, still they have to make, even if it will be a shallow touch, it will still touch this trend line here, because markets tend to respect trend line a lot. So that is it for Euro USD. So I'd like us to move to AUD USD. So on AUD USD, you can see that we for the longest time possible, from last week and the week before last week, you can see that we have been experiencing a lot of downward trend, that is a move to the downside, and you can see that we have been settling in this position for a long time. But then the markets have been changing, especially at this point of support here. You can see that there have been a lot of changes that have been made in the market, where the markets have been trying to move to the upside, but then forced to have a retest to the downside. That is from the daily time frame. So if I move to the hourly time frame, now from the hourly time frame, you can clearly see how the markets are how the markets are trying to create this pattern. So you can see that from the hourly time frame, even though we are having a downward trend, but then we have been experiencing some small upward trend, especially when the markets are moving towards the side, that is moving from this trend line here to this trend line that is in the other side. They have been making some small uptrend, but then you can see that we have been also experiencing some breakout to the downside. See, this big candlestick clearly shows a change in the patterns in which the markets are moving, uh, in which the markets are moving to. So currently, you can see that the market made a breakout to the upside with this long candlestick that is in this position, but then it was stopped by this point of resistance. You can see that it stopped the market twice, so in the first place and also here in the second place. And you can see that the markets are also moving to this point of support. You can see this is also a very strong point of support. So clearly, it is not so clear whether the markets are preparing themselves to have a breakout to the downside. I'm still viewing to see how the markets are going to move. So moving to the hourly time frame, now, from the hourly time frame, that is when that you can clearly see how the markets are behaving. So you can see that the breakout that I initially told you. So this is the breakout to the upside, but then we have been experiencing some downward movement. And also to mention is that the market are also respecting this point here, this point of uh, this trend line that is below here, but then also in a shallow way respecting this trend line that is at this position here. So that is AUD USD. So it is hard to speculate concerning the AUD USD. That's why I will still be viewing to see how the markets are going to move. If the markets are going to create a clear breakout to the downside, then the other target will be, this will be the next target that the markets will make sure that they have touched this trend line that is around here. That will be the next target. That is if the markets create or make a break out to the downside. But then if they tend to move to the upside, that is if they won't make any breakout to the downside, then I think this is going to be the best position for the whole of this week. So that can be a very good position. But then for this trade to be or to work best is for the markets to create a breakout once they come to this point of, or this trend line that is above here. So if that may happen, then I think I may get into that trade with a long position that is targeting this point here that is above here. So that is it for AUD USD. So I'd like us to move to GBP USD. So for GBP USD, most of the patterns that are being created by AUD USD are also the same patterns that are usually created by the GBP USD. So you may realize that most of the things that I'll be saying concerning the GBP USD are also kind of the same things that I talked about concerning the AUD USD. So for GBP USD, you can clearly see that they had already made a breakout that is to the upside on this trend line that is above here. So if I may zoom out so that you can clearly see. So if I zoom out, so this is what I'm trying to say. So you can clearly see that we had a trend line here, and you can see that the markets have already made a breakout to the upside that is from this trend line, which is a good thing because it gives a clear way that the markets are moving. They are clearly moving to the upside. This means that on GBP USD we are looking at more buying positions than selling positions. So if I may move into the daily time frame, now from the daily time frame, you can clearly see that this is a very good pattern. This is an upward trend pattern that is being created, that is by the GBP USD. So if I may zoom in, So for some times now, we have been settling on a point of consolidation, especially between this point of resistance here and also this point of support. So for the longest time possible, I think for the last 4 weeks, we have been experiencing some pull to the upside and then sudden pull to the downside, and we have been settling between those 2 points. But clearly the markets, hopefully, because now that the markets have already made a touch, that is they have already made a touch to this trend line that is here. So clearly we are expecting that we are going to have more buying opportunities, and hopefully the markets are this time round, when they move to this point of resistance, they are going to make a clear breakout to the upside. That is. So let me move to the hourly time frame. So I hope you are able to realize how patterns tend to change. That is, from the daily time frame, we are having an upward trend. But then when you move to the hourly time frame, you can see that we are having a kind of a downward trend. So in the I mean, that is the 4 hourly time frame, you can see that we are having a downward trend. And if I may zoom in, you can clearly see that the markets have been moving in between these two trend line. That is the first trend line, and this being the second trend line that is here. So you can clearly see that when the market touch this point here, that is when the market touch this point, they moved on to the upside here, made a touch, and then they moved on to this point of support, made a shallow touch to this trend line above here, then they moved to the upside to touch the trend line above it. Then we have been experiencing some downward trend before the market finally touched this trend line again at this point, and then they moved to the upside, made a shallow touch to this trend line that is above here. Then they made another move to the downside, made a touch to this trend line, and then they moved on to the upside, made another touch on this trend line that is here. That's why currently you can see that I've placed in a short position, that is a sell trade to this point here. So you can see that I'm expecting that the markets are going to come to this point of support before they create any other patterns. So for this trade, I'm just risking a total of, I'm not yet in this trade, so I'm waiting for this green candlestick to reject itself and produce a red candlestick. So currently, but in this trade, I will be risking a total of 200 pips for a total gain of 610 pips. So if I move on to the hourly time frame, I think from the hourly time frame you'll just be able to see clearly what the markets are doing. You can see that we have been having two touches on this trend line. That is the trend line at that point, and also the trend line that is at that point. But if that does not happen and the markets continue moving to the upside, that is, if the markets move from this point that is here to this point and break above it, that will be a clear show that the markets are changing patterns, and then we'll be looking at more buying opportunities for the GBP USD when it comes to the hourly time frame. And that is it for GBP USD. Now moving on to the last pair that I'll be talking about, and that is the NAS 100. Okay, NAS 100 is just the top 100 countries. I mean, top 100 companies that are in the US. Their performance is usually traded now on the NAS 100. That way, it is called NAS 100 USD. Now, from the NAS 100, you can clearly see that markets or companies in USA have been doing so good. So that's why we are having a general move to the upside. That is an upward trend when it comes to the daily time frame. But then lately we have been settling on some point of consolidation. So you can see that we are having a clear move in between these two trend lines, between this point of resistance that is here and this point of support that is here. So currently, since the market have already made several touches to this point of resistance, so we are expecting that the markets may move from where they are, that is at this point here, to move to this point of support before deciding whether the markets are going to move down, then move up, or the markets may move from this point here, move to this point of support, and have a retest again to this point of resistance before moving down to the downside. That is to have a retest to this point of or on this trend line that is below here before moving further to the upside and making a breakout. So that is so when I move on to the hourly time frame, you can clearly see that this is the trade that I'm in. So you can see that for NAS 100, it is when you come to the lower time frame, it is not a risky pair to trade with. You can see that in this position, I'm just risking 300, and you can see that we are at 400 pips targeting. Okay, now for this trade, my first take profit is at this position, mainly because I have to first of all hold in my profit before further moving to the downside, because then markets usually respect trend lines. So the markets may move to this position and then further move to the upside, and when it comes to trade, then that will be a clear loss where you are in profit and then all of a sudden you are kicked out of that profit. So you can clearly see that this is my first take profit that will be at this position. Then when the markets decide to move to the downside, that is making a breakout out of that trend line, that I'll place in just a sell stop. We'll be getting into that trade and then finishing at this point. So the total amount of WIP that I'm targeting is 1,330. So hopefully all will be well. So when I move on to the hourly time frame, you can clearly see, and in fact it has already hit my take profit. You can clearly see at that position that has clearly touched my take profit, and you can see that this green candlestick. That's why I was trying to explain to you that trend lines, I mean, markets tend to respect trend lines, point of support and also point of resistance. So you can clearly see, so the markets may decide to have before they create any other patterns, they may decide to have the double triangle theory. So you can, so the markets may move further to the upside again, then move to the downside again, just to create a complete setup of the double triangle. So that is it that I had for you for today. Hopefully, the analysis that I made helped you in one way or the other to clearly see that concerning the targets that we are having generally for the whole of this week, and hopefully it is going to help you in one way or the other. Do have a great week, and may the tips be with you.